So after our poll closed on what content you wanted, a lot of you asked for a healing guide. Well, I made a role guide on healing with some specific abilities that everyone can get to. So this isn't class specific and talking about healing in general. Healing's difficult, it really is. It's hard, not a lot of people want to do it, and it's a thankless job. But it can be the best job. You're never going to be without a group, and if you provide the right type of atmosphere, attitude, and healing, you will get your team through anything. So first off, what is healing? What's the role of a healer? Think of a healer as in a completely different way. It's the co-captain of the defense. You and the tank are there to position people and prevent damage, not heal through it. That's the best healer that they can be, is ones that position, move as a group, and prevent damage. You ultimately will have to heal, but bringing more utility and other things to the group will help you as a healer. Another thing is, you can't heal the boss to death. You're going to need to kill the boss. Your goal is to optimize your group, help heal them, and get them through the battles. So healing, how is it done? Very simple. You just have to heal through 3 or 4 different mechanics. One is area heals. ESO is basically all area heals almost. You're going to have to stack tightly in a radius of around 12 to 20 meters. This way you can get all the heals off that you need, your team is all getting heals, and everyone's surviving. A single target, there's not a whole lot of single target heals, and for those abilities that are single target, it usually goes off of the lowest health player. So you're not going to be able to click on boxes and heal that way. It's really going to be hit or miss, really high movement, and fast-paced healing. Heals over time are hot. So this is the main source of constant healing, and really there's only one ability in the restoration staff that does this. I'm going to show you how to use it, but you're going to want to keep up hot all the time on your party to constantly get them healing when maybe you can or you're out of resources. Burst healing, or a real single big huge heal, there isn't a whole lot of them besides the Templar's ability, Rush Ceremony. The best thing to do is just constantly have a stream of healing up. When in doubt, Blessings of Protection, the restoration staff can provide this, though I don't like it. Lastly, utility. Great healers bring more than a couple of pots and heals to the table. Whether you're using ultimates or exotic abilities like Necrotic Orb that gives magicka back, you're using retreating maneuvers to help your party move, this is what great healers do. And then always think about this. Defense wins dungeons. What I mean by this is not just an old cliche. Preventing damage is really the best thing to do to help your team survive. If you don't have to heal, that means you're doing damage. The only way you can beat the content is to kill the boss. Preventing damage, healing through it when necessary, and doing damage is ultimately the role of the healer. Here we are, back in the old craggly waggly proving grounds to talk about my skill bars and how I use them as a healer. I'm rocking a Dragon Knight, which is thought to be one of the worst healing classes in the game, but ultimately every class can heal, and that's really what attracted me to this game in the first place. So let's talk about skills. Anyone can be a healer in this game. Granted, the best healer in the game is probably a Sorc or a Templar because of their passive, but anyone can do it. Working left to right, I have Inner Light. Why? It's 20% critical. It's just a no-brainer. It's too much critical to pass up. And you're going to have it on both bars so it doesn't go on and off. It does increase your max magicka, but that's okay. We can take that for a lot more crits. Healing Springs. This is your standard plop on the ground. You can cast it over and over and it heals for 3 seconds. It provides a lot of healing to the group, and that's kind of where you want the group to be in that range. Third, we got Mutagen. I would probably take Rapid Regeneration over this, though I don't want to remorph it. Basically what Mutagen does is it just heals a target instantly when they're low, and I use Healing Ward for that, but Mutagen is your hot. As you can see on my bar on the bottom there, it has a timer on there. So you're going to want to keep this up on the party over and over and over. Lastly, or Healing Ward, I should say, is the last heal I have on my bar. This is your oh crap heal button. When someone drops below, you put this up, it shields them by a huge amount for their time loss. So like, let's see what this does. This is also a trick to get your health back and your magic back. I'm at 33%, I buff it up. Now look at that bar, it's blue. Look how much health it's protecting me of. Once it pops, boom, I go to full health. 1758 on a crit. Not bad. So if you do need Magicka, that's the trick too. Pop this a couple times. Full Magicka, pop your healing ward, block, get out of trouble, boom, you'll be full up. Last ability on the bar for using abilities besides ultimate retreating maneuver. This is kind of your utility button here. You could exchange this with a lot of different things, like a class ability, like maybe Ignis Weapons for the Nightblade. You could also do a Talons, a bunch of different stuff. But you want some utility thing. Necrotic Orb is also a really good one that gives the whole party a benefit. I got it to Mystic Orb, so the whole party can restore Magicka instantly and over time. So some utility right there. Lastly, I have a defensive ultimate. Now you wouldn't think that Standard of Might is defensive, but if you read it, you take 20% less damage while you're in here. So if you have Healing Springs up and a Standard of Might in that area, your party is going to be well protected. So that's my primary bar. My secondary bar, again, I have Inner Light, gotta have it. I like the Siphon Spear morph because everyone gets health and Magicka attacking the same target. This is going to be on the boss. Don't put this on the ads, put this on the boss so everyone gets it. Turn Undead, Ring of Preservation is probably a better morph for this. Adds a lot of armor and spell resistance. I run a light armor tank, so I need some more of this. And it takes stamina, not Magicka. So it's a good thing to kind of run up to your tank, let's say it's that guy, drop it, peel back, start healing. It lasts for quite a while, so you're not going to have to recast it over and over. And it's a good way to drop some stamina. Fourth, we have Efficient Purge. It removes 2 negative effects from nearby allies and reduces the duration of negative effects. You have to have some way to get rid of flame damage or something like that, and this is probably the best example for it. So it's an area ability. Once again, I keep stressing area because all these abilities are in areas, not single target, so you guys are going to have to stay close. Lastly, you got Spell Symmetry. This is your life tap, trading health for Magicka. The trick here is that you can't heal yourself, so you're going to need other players to heal you. So when I'm in comms, I'll tap a couple times. I'm going to tap for life. So that way the tank knows, I got to get the boss. I can't let my healer die. Now, pop a bubble, block for a few seconds, and you'll be back up. It's going to take some time getting used to this. You'll die 3 or 4 times doing it. Believe me, I've died a million times doing it. So just keep trying it. And if you die once because you got low health, you'll just get the hang of it. Keep trying. Lastly, I got Sturdy Horn. It's awesome. It's a PvP ability, but your party gains Magicka, health, and stamina for 30 seconds, 20%. So if you need to burn down a boss and you just want to get the party all buffed up, this is the thing to do it. So that's kind of a utility one. Now, the best ultimate in the game, honestly, is the support ability, Barrier. I haven't got it yet. Once you morph it, it is incredibly powerful. So ultimately, I would have that there if I could have the skills. But that's kind of my skill bar to start. And you can obviously trade a couple of these out for really good class skills, but this is more geared to anyone can heal. So let's talk about how to actually put these together and show you some healing. Alright gang, we're going to show you how to heal. First thing to healing you might want to do when you have a resto staff is spam Healing Springs on the ground. As you can see, I'm gaining ultimate right now. If I throw on a Mutagen 2, it's going to build more and more ultimate. So even if you're out of combat, still be doing that unless you have an ultimate up. Okay, so first thing about healing, there's a couple things. There's Burst, which is like a single target ability. There's Hot, heal over time, and there's an area ability. So Healing Spring, that's my area ability. As you can see the radius right there. It's pretty big, but your team needs to be in the radius. It does no good if one person's over here, one person's over here, and one person's over here. So you need to be compact with your team. Another thing is Mutagen or Rapid Regeneration. That puts a hot on them for about 18 seconds. You can see it with FTC in my buff bar. You're going to want to keep those up on your party at all times. Then there's a Burst Healing, which is a healing ward. Brandon, can you life tap a couple times with Spell Symmetry? So you see he's getting real low, real low. Keep going, Brandon. Boom, bubbled him. Now look at his health bar. It's almost all bubbled. After a few seconds, boom. Should have popped and got him back up. But that's kind of your burst healing, so this main bar is just for that. My 5th ability is a utility ability. It's the get out of red stupid ability. So, there's been a bunch of red stuff, I hit retreating maneuvers, everyone goes faster, because the tank usually runs out of stamina, so forth. My last ability is an ultimate, Dragon Knight Standard. Every class has a defensive ultimate that you can use. I like Dragon Knight Standard for the damage mitigation, but also the damage that it does. Sorks have Negate, Templars have Nova, and then Nightblades have Veil of Blades. So everyone has something there. If you don't have that, the best ultimate in the game, which I have not unlocked yet, is Barrier. So you're going to want to use that because it creates a huge shield and morph it up. But I need to do some more PvP first. So that's really my primary bar right there. My secondary bar is more utility. I have Siphon Spirits. That lets everyone who is attacking a target get Magicka back. I got Circle of Protection morphed into Ring of Preservation. That's what I'm going to sit on my tank as he or she is tanking, get that extra armor. 4th ability, must have, Efficient Purge. That's to remove hots and dots on your party. So if they're vampires and they're getting burnt and they're just burning down, boom, hit them with that. Lastly, I have my life tap, Equilibrium. This is to get resources back. Once the tank got all the ads on them, pop that, I'm at full magic. A few seconds later, I'm at full magic and full health. Last ability I have is Warhorn. Warhorn's really good because it's a good utility ability for a healer to have if you're trying to burst something down and you need your group party to get extra magic, stamina, and health. So let's kind of go in here and attack a couple things, and I'm going to show you what to do. First thing I do on my bar, I'm going to get them hotted up. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to get the biggest, nastiest target our tank's probably going to hit. I'm going to hit Siphoning Spirits on him. Okay, then come out of stealth. I'm going to start laying down some healing springs, get my hots back up, and just keep on healing. Okay, Brandon, get in trouble, let him kill you for a minute. Okay, they're getting low, bang, pop my bubble on them. Then I just spam some springs for a little bit, keep the hots up, get out of the red, another bubble when they're below 50%. Couple more springs, they're dead. Okay, so let's go into this fight, kind of emergency mode here. Alright, so I got a couple of them here. Ring of Preservation on me. I got him bubbled right now. Bubble, 2 bubbles, got my hots going, and I'm just going to spam some springs for a little bit. Just spamming springs alone, I can keep them up. Now, you want your party in the group of where your standard is. Most people think it's offensive, but it's defensive too. So stay in the standard and tell your party to get over there. If they're having trouble getting CC'd and can't maneuver out of it, hit that rapid retreating maneuvers. You should have plenty of stamina. And if the tank moves off of something, go on them, boom, drop back, keep on healing. So let's try it again. Let's do a big pull, one of these guys down here. Like I always say, stack tight when you're healing. Your team should be in this radius here. Now, you don't have to be stacked on top of each other, but healing springs is the easiest, most efficient way to heal, so you want your team to kind of be in that area. Spread out, a triangle is really good, just like that. Alright, there's a big pull up here. Let's see if we can do this without dying. And if you guys die, I'm just going to crap it out. Just kidding. Alright. So get the wards going. Got them bubbled. Circle of Protection right here. I'm going to pop a Purge. Dragon Knight Standard as they get closer. Got a Negate up. I see some health dropping. Bubble. Couple more. Couple more. No problem. Circle of Protection again. Making sure they're all purged and nice and purdy. I've got one big target left, so I'm going to Spirit Siphon them. And that's just a demo of how to heal in Elder Scrolls Online. It's not exactly the hardest, it's mainly area. In most games you have to target someone and, you know, actually click a hot or a heal on them, but this is more area. So it's really key to have your group on comms or in something that you can control them. There's 2 methods real quick while you guys are standing there that I like to heal. One is in the radius like this. If you're a really competent healer, you can go out of the radius and have your party like that. But just remember, if you get in trouble, you're going to have to separate your healing. So it's risky, but you can do it. Another thing to do, Brandon, can you stand right here? Okay, so hypothetically face me, Brandon. The tank should be just like that. So that way they're facing, the boss is facing them in case cleave damage comes in. And then our party is here. So everyone can still get the healing spring. Everyone's still getting healed, but the boss is facing away. So doing this will prevent a lot of cleave damage. When I say by cleave, it's a big red arrow triangle in front of the tank. So you want the tank to have them facing away from the group, everyone else just like this. Things happen, boom, retreating maneuvers, get out of there. If you're going to go into a big fight, maybe pop a war horn. And then always keep up Purge going. So that's just the basic demo of healing. Hopefully this was helpful, and thanks for watching. So that was a quick healing guide. What'd you think? You guys really asked a lot about healing, and I know it's hard. Don't get down on yourself. Just like anything in life, attitude's everything. Why do I act like I know it all? Because if I don't, no one's going to believe me. If you go into a dungeon and you act, I'm the poor lousy healer, no one wants me to heal, you're going to get that result. If you go into the dungeon and go, I am the most BA healer ever, no one will die on my watch, you'll get that result. So go in there with a positive attitude, ask for feedback. Someone dies, it's not ultimately your fault. Could I have healed you through that, or were you just standing in red? Do those sorts of things and you'll progress as a healer. Almost every group I've ever been with will stick with the healer if they're willing to ask for help. Ask for help, learn from the best, and keep trying. Healing's hard, it really is, but it's one of the most rewarding things to do when you get it right. Thanks for watching, subscribe, share this video, and let me know what else I can do to help you better progress. Thanks.